This is playoff football in Chicago. The cold, the wind, the snow, and these Bear fans wouldn't have it any other way here inside historic Soldier Field. Tonight, it's the second game here on this Wild Card Saturday, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Chicago Bears.
Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
It's the second of our two games here on this Saturday as Super Wild Card Weekend continues here on EA Sports. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup of 38. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 27. Play fake. Here's Love. His first throw of the playoffs is intercepted. And the Bears are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
They'll go. Here's Williams. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Play action. Now Williams. His throw incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
They run for the first time with Tyler Chandler. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. They'll run here with a rookie. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
At the Packers' 15-yard line.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 11.
It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Here's Swift. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
He was taken down.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw for it with Williams. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown! Cole Kmet, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bears will strike first here in this wild card matchup. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8.
Ready?
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 55 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
Here we go. Ready.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
How about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Come on,
Counter play with Jacobs. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
And the ball comes out. Love lost it. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
On 4th down, the Packers called on Daniel Whelan to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. But there's 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them. Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They'll go play action here with Williams. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
To the air, Williams. And that's caught inside the 35. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A huge play there for Chicago. And even 40 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. To throw, it's Williams. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Cole Kmet, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bears have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me,
oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
Sets up a first down and goal at the 4.
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Swift will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. DeAndre Swift taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bears continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Santos now to add the PAT. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Bears 21, Packers nothing.
Now after the touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Packers take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands. Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First down, Packers.
Come on, set. Ready?
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Here's second and 10.
Get ready.
Off the play fake, Love. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Play action this time with Love. A short throw to Musgrave. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Okay, right?
Now a second and 2.
Ready. Ready.
Throwing. Love. Now he'll tuck this and run. He'll get this complete to Matthew Golden. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think the key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Throwing is Williams. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's Williams. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Micah Parsons. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
At the 44-yard line.
On play action, here's Williams. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
3rd down and 16.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Williams. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Pick up with 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Jacobs again. And this time he's not going anywhere. In fact, he'll lose yardage back to the 3. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I didn't have to stretch for this one. This is 4th down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the 4th quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one, but I don't think they're built like that.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Jacobs is in. Touchdown, Packers.
And they can thank their defense for this one. They were set up with a short field following the turnover, but they took care of business as well, working their way down and finishing with a strong run into the end zone for their first touchdown of the game.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Bears 21, Packers 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Swift. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
What is that?
Here's Chandler. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
At the 49-yard line.
What is that?
Looking to throw is Williams. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
What is that?
Swift going to try up the middle. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Vegas!
To throw, Williams. And it's incomplete. They could not convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner, and I know that right now.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Still going inside the 20. And they will score a pick 6 for Bears touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here, they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Now the point after try for Santos. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter.
To kick off for Chicago.
Santos out now. He'll kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. The quick feet by Jackson. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his third interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the letter jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
Williams throwing to start the drive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the Bears are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. This will go as an 11-yard loss there on 1st and goal.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, 1st down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on 2nd down.
Here's a handoff to Swift running left. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
That's complete right around the 8. 10 yards gets them closer, but now it's 4th and goal. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears will take over here just shy of the 30. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And the Packers pick it up. And they will will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy, all these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we got a lot of turnovers. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. Second down, Jacobs once more. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Let's go. Ready?
Working out of the gun. Love. Hit as he throws there. Incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Jaden Reed, 60 yards. And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, look, this is a team, Charles. They faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Khalid Raymond on the return. The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
What is up?
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a fourth down.
And this is where coaches sometimes fall into different camps. Your guy just fumbled. It led to a touchdown. Do you stay with him, or do you put him in the doghouse? This is definitely a show of confidence here, as he's right back out there and carrying the ball again.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. This is first and 10.
Right, 97.
Love looking to throw it. Now he's going to step up and run. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
This offense has had its troubles moving the ball all night. So now you get in this situation, hard to imagine that suddenly they're going to start clicking and moving the ball downfield.
Here we go. Here we go. 50. Green. Cut.
Love. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Able to locate his running back open downfield. And he's going to pick up a first down here as that clock continues to run.
That's good. For the Packers, first down.
Here's Love. He's going to let it fly. And this one is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Back. Green 33. Yellow. Black ultra.
Now Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Intercepted. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's